Okay. Everything's a little bit broken, but that's okay. How's the audio? We're here, we're chilling, we're around. Things are kind of working, sort of. Kind of. It was a little troublesome getting this all to go, but we're starting. Whether I'm supposed to or not. Hello, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Swiftu, thank you. Hello, Brittany. Hello, welcome. Swiftu, congrats on coming first. This is your 50th time total. GG's. Let me pop in there and make sure I submit my taxes. 15 months in a row. 9-month streak. Dang. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Hello, Looney. Welcome on in. Hello, everybody. So, it is Monday, June 30th. It's been a long time since I've been on. It's been a long time since I've been on. But we're here for it. We're chilling. We're gonna be doing some stuff and some things, you know? The two things I do best. Stuff and things. So, we're actually going to be working in this area mostly, just kind of putting some, not finishing touches, because we're nowhere near being done. I also don't have free cam because I'm on a different instance than I'm used to. But we're going to be working in this area a little bit more. We're not going to be able to finish it this month, obviously, but we are going to be doing some other things next month. So in July, what you guys have to look forward to is this river right here. It's been about a year since we finished it. And so I figured, well, finished it. It's been a year since we last worked on it, and I said it's done for now. So what's going to happen next is we're going to go through here. We're actually going to work on trying to terraform it. We're going to be going through, we're going to rip up a little bit more area, probably. We're going to throw in some mud, some dirt, some coarse dirt, gravel, sand, whatever, what have you. It's going to have a lot of things in it. And that's going to be like our big project for July, probably, is mostly in this area. Just trying to get the river looking somewhat complete, because right now it is probably the biggest eyesore on the server, or at least in my area. So if I can get that done, then, you know, I think it'll be okay. We're so back. We are back indeed. Hello, Pi. Hello, Panda. Welcome on in. Hope you're both doing well. What's your question, Brittany? I might be able to answer it. Do you love Beta Luigi? I have no clue who Beta Luigi is. But hello, Gerfata? How are you doing? And hello, Sandra. Welcome on in. Hope you're all doing well. So, let's see. Am I using shaders right now? That is the question. Boop. I am. Okay. I'm using Fabulously Optimized on 1.21.7 right now. And it is, like, very... it's very much an alpha right now. So I have been dealing with bugs throughout my entire time trying to get set up. And then I was dealing with bugs, trying to make sure the server would run with me running 1.21.7. I may need to update Geyser still. I don't know. I think I had it updated, but I may have not gotten it fully updated yet. And then, of course, you know, everything that I know and love about my mod pack is all broken right now, so this is the only one that works. So, Fabulously Optimized. Heck yeah. But we are probably going to be working in this area for the most part today. And most of that's going to be kind of focusing on just trying to get the pathway lit up. So we're going to throw some lanterns and some different street lamps, some different things like that. I also want to maybe, if there's time, I may look around and see if there's places for other hobbit holes to go. Because last time we built this one, and it looks pretty okay, I think. It's not terrible. But I'd like to do a few more if we could, maybe. Kind of add some more population to the area. We may also experiment a little bit with how to light up these areas, because right now they're only lit up by frog lights, which is cool. But I do want to add some actual ambient lighting that comes from a source, not from just a random block, but it has a reason for being there in the story. Because this whole world has a story to it of sorts. It's not like a overarching lore that everybody has to adhere to, but my whole build has a sense of lore to it. And so trying to build with that in mind is very important to me. So that's what we're going to be working on a lot today, hopefully. And just trying to get a general idea of where we can go with things. It's not going to be anywhere near complete because, like I said, we got big trees. We've got plenty of big trees. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys those right now because that's on my other mod pack with like Matica. But, you know, there's going to be several large trees spread about. And then we're also going to be kind of doing some smaller trees to help fill in the gaps as well. So it's going to have a lot of really insane things around here, but the big thing right now is just trying to get it a little closer to being done. It's not going to be done this month, probably in August. I might finish tackling this area in August, but I want to give myself a month break. Every month has been about doing something different. And so this month was like, hey, let's do the trees over here. And I think we did okay. We finished that one mostly. That one has been started, and we finished a couple of other things. We did the pathways. We did 2 hobbit holes, and you know that's pretty nice. But I think it's about kind of getting some more greenery in there and all that. There's still plenty to do here. But after this is all, well, after today's stream, on Friday we'll come back to King SMP. And we'll come over here to this wall over here, this huge ditch that I've dug out. And it is going to have a lot of work done to it. I mean, we're going to need so much mud. We're going to need so much dirt, so much moss, coarse dirt. I'm trying to think of other blocks that will look really good down there, but I can't think of them. But you know, that's kind of the whole thing, is just texturing this and adding a lot more detail to it, and then we're going to flood it so that it really fulfills the vision I had for this river. I mean, if you really think about it, this river wasn't all that wide to begin with. We cut out a huge section. I mean, probably, I guess probably right about where this sand is where we started cutting from. And you can see it wasn't really all that wide to begin with. And before we knew it, it is a very, very wide river, but it gives us a lot to work with in terms of the build. So I'm hyped for it. We're also going to be doing a lot with the cliffs and such to kind of add a little extra detail to it all. But that's going to be in July, so we've got some time to go before then. I, of course, want to still tackle the volcano. I want to kind of work on some of these islands because there's a lot that can be done over here on this side of things, too. But, you know, one thing at a time. A year, it's been that long? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long, long while. I want to say it's probably been about a year, just because I remember Waffle Wednesday was started because of the river draining, and we were working on... Were we still working on the volcano? A little bit, maybe? When, no. I'm trying to think. Volcano is done by then? Well, the volcano was done by then, by the time we were done draining it, but digging it took a lot longer. I'm just trying to think when did we start some of these things? Because I remember back in, like, August of last year's when I met Kit, and I was trying to think what we were up to by then. I remember something about this area of the volcano, though. And I don't remember what that was, but I was over here for some reason. I may have been collecting the netherrack so that I could use it over there for sketching out some things, maybe. That's the only other thing I can think of. I don't know, is the honest truth. Let's see. Let's see, what is this? This is my Minecraft world. If you guys would like to play it, you can do !IP in the chat. Hello, No Breaks. Welcome on in. Can I do a stream with you and I teach you how to play Grow a Garden, aka the most popular game in the world? Probably not. I only play Minecraft now, at least for stream. But I appreciate the offer, Brittany. I really do. I have beef with Grow a Garden. This stupid guy at my band camp would keep breaking into my dorm room and he would just yell random info like tomatoes are available and carrots. Dang. What the heck? What the heck? Big lush trees are cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cheese Lord. Hello, Sebastian. What's good? Life. Life is good. Or so we think. You know, there's a lot of cool things we could talk about today. Because I've been gone for a week. And it's been really interesting being gone for a week. Very interesting. So, oh, also one other thing we did is we renovated that island over there. That was something we did. The river was fully dug by August 12th. Okay. So, yeah, it was probably about, I mean, it wasn't a full year ago, but we were definitely working on it at least a year ago. We probably were over there. Hang on. Can I turn up my render distance? This is bugging me. Like, jump that up to 32 or something. There we go. Did the server get updated around my 1.21.5? Let's see. I do want to update the server. I do need to talk to you guys about that really quick. The server is planned to be updated to 1.21.7. There was a hotfix release, so 1.21.6 was released. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have it wasn't fully stable. So 1.21.7 is the next one. And it is going to be probably about a week until it updates. I gotta go back through and look at all the plugins and see which ones work and which ones don't. But I'd really like to update it. However, my server host still hasn't gotten back to me about updating our server's hardware like I requested 2 weeks ago. So I am probably going to have to part ways with our current server host, which is a whole ordeal and a half. I really don't want to do it, but I don't have much of a choice. So I am stuck getting ready to move King SMP yet again to another server. And I'm needless to say, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. But we'll get there. We'll do it. It's just gonna take a long time. Let's see. Even though carrots and tomatoes aren't good. And happy 4th if I'm not here on the 4th. I don't know if I'll be streaming the 4th. Let's see. What day does the 4th of July fall on this year? It falls on a Friday. There's a good chance I stream, but I may not. We'll see. But yes, happy 4th of July to anybody who won't be here while I'm thinking about it. If you are an American, then happy Independence Day. If you're not, then happy birthday to the country that saves all your butts, because largest military in the world or something. Eagle screech sounds and explosions, okay? Let's see, do you have the server access in your description? If you want to join the server, do !IP in the chat. And then it'll give you all the info you need. But if you look in the description and join the Discord, it also have instructions in there. Let's see. The river was fully dug by August 12th. It was technically started March 4th. We took our sweet time on that one. That was pain. Not digging, like planning. We took a big break in between to start the temple. Right, you're right. That's why I was over there. So I was trying to get. I needed the netherrack to help me plan out this area over here, which was not even existent yet. The vast majority of my build wasn't even built yet, really. Like, over here, we had this area. We may have probably had the cliffs built up, but we didn't have these trees. We didn't have this whole area. We didn't have the temple yet. The temple was the first thing to get built up here, which, by the way, somebody has let some creepers blow up, and I am angry. I'm angry! Okay. I'm not actually that angry, but, like, how? Who? Why? How? Anyway. Anyway. There's all of this here, and this was all not here like a year ago. So, you know what? I'll say, you know what? I think I did okay over the course of a year. I kind of forgot that was all something I was working on. Anyway, let me fly back over here. We're asleep. And then I'm gonna go back up there and fix that stuff because somebody did not notify me that they broke my build. Let's see. I got Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Nice, Silas. I'm gonna go for a bit. All right, sounds good, Brittany. Thank you for popping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night. If we don't see you later, then, like I said, have a great night. If we do see you later, then, well, I will see you soon. America did a lot with explosions recently. That's all I will say. Yeah, right when I left, that there was a lot that happened. I won't get into it because that's not what this stream is about, but there was a lot that happened as soon as I left, pretty much. Can I join? Absolutely, yes, you can. If you do !IP in the chat, it'll get you all the info you need. Alright. Who did it? Creeper broke deep slate tiles 2.5 days ago. Okay. / CO rollback. 3 days. Yeah, sorry. Time. I am rusty. I'm sorry. It's 3 days. Radius of like 10. Okay, did I broke those shulkers, it looks like? I did. Not there though, somebody else broke that one. Okay, that, I think, is everything good now? Hopefully. I don't know. Thank you for typing in the command, Mick. I appreciate it. Hey, brother, I finally got affiliate status. Heck yeah, let's go. Congratulations, dude. I applaud your effort. You've been doing good, dude. Been on the grind. I remember grinding for affiliate my first go around. I say that like I've done it more than once. Affiliate was a little bit of a grind. It felt far away at times, but really proud of you, dude. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, let me know. There's a whole lot of new settings that have been unlocked to you, so hopefully that all goes well for you. Let's see. I know, right when I leave, my one goal is like, let it be a normal week. Even if there was no politics that week, it wouldn't have been normal for me. I mean, it was anything but normal for me as well. It was a week. It was definitely a week of all time. And I mean, it was a good week. I enjoyed it. But it was a long week. I'm in pain. And you know what? That's okay. Because I'm here. I'm still chilling. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. And we're gonna be building some cool things in Minecraft. Isn't that amazing? Let's see. Hello, NSD. How are you doing? See, there's like thousands of new things, and I cannot talk about what happened last week in this chat. That is an after stream talk. That's concerning. Okay. I'm a little concerned, but okay. It seems to only play the new music. And I don't know what's going on with that, but it's had a heavy weighted preference towards the new tracks, which is so weird. Can you TP me to you? Why do you want to be over here? There's like nothing to do. It's all claimed, so like you can't even really play in this area. Gotta go. All right, sounds good. NSD sounds good. It was concerning. Oh, okay, okay. I'm concerned, but okay. I'll wait and find out. My week was interesting though. I was out of town for a while, a week. It's been a while since I've been gone that long, and I really enjoyed it. It was nice, but there was a lot of walking. So let me really quickly pull it up on my phone, and I'll tell you guys just how much walking I did. Let's see. I was walking about 17,000 steps. Now, mind you, I'm a tall guy. So my stride is about, 10,000 times larger than the average person. So when I say I'm going 17,000 steps, that's far. That's really, really far. Also, I was climbing like 30 flights of stairs up and down every day. 8.2 miles is what it was saying I was walking every day. 8 miles or so on average. I walked a lot. Yusuf, please English only. Yeah. Both of us did some walking. Yeah, just a little bit. I told Min I think she audibly gasped louder than I have ever heard her audibly gasp. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but okay. Let's see, my dorm room was up 4 flights of stairs. That is so relatable. That's where I was staying too. I was up 4 flights of stairs in order to sleep. And the building I was in, no elevator. Fun stuff. And then on our way back, I stopped at a hotel. And the hotel elevator, it was working, but it was very sketchy. It was the elevator door only opened halfway, which isn't good, but it opened up halfway. It went up and down. I didn't die, at least I don't think I did, but the elevator door would only open halfway, so you had to like, kind of weasel your way through there with your luggage, which was interesting. We didn't stay there very long. We didn't even stay there the full night. We left because the beds were dirty. Interesting, very interesting. And then the other hotel we were at, we had some rollout beds, and there was a certain thing in the rollout bed when we opened it up, which was like, it was There was a thing inside of the bed is all I have to say. I'm not going to tell you guys what it was. It was just interesting to find that in there. It was still cleaner than the last hotel though, so we stayed. We just made do with what we had. They weren't used at least. So there's that. Although I did some walking, my dorm room was up 4 flights of stairs. According to Google, it was 2.64 miles daily on a normal route. My route changed daily. Yeah. That sounds like a lot still. That is a lot. 4 flights of stairs is a pain, especially at the end of the day. You're just climbing up those stairs, just wanting to get in your bed and you can't. It's awful. But no, it was 90 degrees daily. Yep, same where I was. We were not at the same location though. Let me just preface that, because I know where you were, and I was not there. But yes, it was very hot, very humid, and I was very dead. But, you know, I'm back. I'm here now, and I love it. I'm glad to be home because air conditioning. Yay. And no water at all for most of it. That sounds about right. Are you glad to be home by chance, Swifty? Also, can you guys keep it English only in chat for 1 minute, please? Goodness sakes, okay, YouTube? I will ban you all. I will ban every last one of you. Okay? Don't make me do it. Hello, Izza Adventures. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Mountain Fear. Hello. But them cookies they serve during lunch and dinner, amazing. It's like the size of your hand. That's amazing. Do you have structure ideas? You should build something. The truth of the matter is, any idea I give you will never, like, fully... It'll never fully be an idea you want to commit to. Minecraft is all about your creativity. And your creativity needs to come from your own mind. I mean, I could give you ideas all day long, but if it's not something you're passionate about, it won't be something you enjoy building. It'll be kind of... It'll feel like you're dragging yourself through mud for decades, even though it only takes, you know, 20 minutes to build. Hey King, what's up, Mick? What's up? Doing good, and you? I'm doing pretty well. I'm chilling. I'm here. I'm pretty tired, but you know, it's good to be back. I've been gone for about a week, and so I've not been able to do much for a long time. So when I was hiding in hide and seek, yeah, you guys broke a lot. Yeah, we remodeled your house. We remodeled your house. That's all. There was a hole. I thought you repaired it. I mean, we did repair it. You blocked it off, but didn't fill it in, actually. Well, you see, like... We thought you might want, like, a basement. Or a side room. And you know, personally, I think it looks great. We did light it up, though, right? I'm pretty sure we lighted it up, right? I hope. Maybe we didn't. No, you didn't light it up. Oh, well, you know, we also thought you were lonely, so we wanted to give you some friends. Let's see. I'm good, and you? I'm doing pretty okay. I'm so glad to be home, but there was this guy that was like a wandering trader and walked around with pins in a bag and was selling them. In classic Swifty on choosing fashion, I bought every single pin. Oh my gosh, dude. Why? Why'd you buy all of them? I mean, fair enough still, but why? I'm gonna listen to your stream while I play VR. Alright, sounds good, Mick. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate ya. Have you heard of Lunchly? I have, yes. They feed lead to children. It's great. And moldy cheese. Also, can you guys hear the game okay? Especially the music. We're testing out Minecraft's new constant music setting. And, I've been enjoying it, but I don't know if you guys can hear it at all. It may be too loud even, I don't know. Is the one and only Kingy Wingy going to go to TwitchCon? I would love to, but I just can't afford it. Like, I want to so badly, because so many people I know are going. And I am not. But I really want to, because it would be cool. I really wanted to go to VidCon. Who do you know that's going? A lot of the Twitch SMP people are going. A lot of the Skyblock Kingdoms people have been talking about going. I know Avid kind of briefly mentioned that he was thinking about going to San Diego, amongst some other members as well, and I'd kind of like to go meet them. If I told my friends that live local to the San Diego area that I was going, they'd probably go as well. And I've got a lot of friends that live in the San Diego area. So, you know, would really love to go, but it's expensive. I mean, I live on the complete opposite coast, which is kind of why I was bummed that they canceled the VidCon in Baltimore. Because that's actually realistic for me to go to. But, no, now I have to pay like $800 for an airline ticket to go out to San Diego for any convention ever. It sucks. It sucks so bad. Let's see. Minecraft always makes me chill. Keep making the streams, man. Thank you very much, MRG. I appreciate it. I had the money. If I could buy a war tank, I would buy a war tank. That's fair. That's fair so to do. Hit streamer Miamu is... Speaking of Miamu, she dropped me into the void last week. Dang. VidCon is a cool experience. PC Gus will be there again next year. Ayo. Then maybe I'll go next year. Hopefully. We'll see. Hello Pointless. How are you doing? Imran, please keep it English only. Thank you. We were flying back from the Enderman farm, and I was on red, and she decided halfway there to throw an Ender Pearl to the island, which dropped me into the void and destroyed my stuff. No! Swiftu! That's a bummer. She did feel bad and is replacing it. Well, that's nice. Is this like the third axe you'll have had now? Because I kind of accidentally got rid of your old one, replaced it. I'm assuming it got destroyed again in the void, so you're gonna get another one. I really want to go again, but you didn't hear that from me. Gotta start figuring out my finances and saving for it. Do it, dude, do it. I want to, it's just right now, everything is like so up in the air with life. I don't know what's gonna go on, you know? Truthfully, it's wild. Life is crazy, and I don't know where anything is going anymore. I don't know. I was never good at school, so I don't really want to go back to school and go do college, but like that's actually a serious consideration right now. Beyond that, you know, there's also there's a lot of questions about whether or not I can get a job. So, you know, that's been fun, trying to get a job, but no luck. I mean, I've applied to the bottom of the barrel kind of places, you know, Starbucks, Walmart, you know, the places that are always hiring and never can seem to have enough employees. They won't hire me. The only place I haven't applied to that I will at some point is McDonald's, and it's because that is genuinely the last option. I'd almost rather die than work at McDonald's, but I said almost. It's that close. It's that close, though. Why are you people so weird? I'm sorry. Getting told to oil up for Diddy is a crazy thing. That is a very crazy thing. Try freelancing. I've been told to do that a lot, but most people that say that don't even know what freelancing is. When somebody tells me like, hey, try freelancing, they've heard success stories, and don't get me wrong, you can succeed as somebody who is a freelancer. It is very possible, but unfortunately, it's few and far between. It's few and far between on actually being a successful freelancer. I mean, you can do thumbnails, you can do editing, you can do code and script writing and art and all that. It's great, but it's so inconsistent. Like, let's say you do land a couple of jobs, you know, and they pay you, let's say, $10 a week. So let's say you get 2. So you're getting $20 a week. You're getting $80 a month. You know, that's enough to get you scraped by, and it gives you a little bit of a cushion. But it's not enough to, like... It's not enough to do anything with. You're relying a lot on luck to some degree there. Now, there are ways to kind of increase your odds, but you're almost better off putting more effort into one thing and then hoping that that takes off. I mean, like, I do a bunch of YouTube and Twitch. That's what I do a lot of right now. And I get paid better with that than most of my friends who have tried freelancing. And I don't get paid very much. But I'm about to get paid a lot more on YouTube, which is kind of nice, I guess. I'm waiting for World War III to drop, not gonna lie, as I'm not good in school either. You know, World War III would definitely be nice. It would be good for the economy, it would be good for me, because I would just be drafted into an administration position. And then, you know, I'd have a government job for life, pretty much, which would be nice. But it's not really something I want to do. But I'd at least not have a job problem. That would be nice. Dude, I feel you. Life is just chaos. It's chaotic. It's crazy. You think you find your purpose, and then your purpose gets ripped out of your hands, and then you start questioning everything. There's an existential crisis there, but I'm hiding it behind a smile. You know, nothing makes sense at all, but that's okay. When has life ever made any sense? Let's see. Reading out loud is crazier. Just sneak away. I wish I could go, but I don't think my parents would ship me to San Diego. You know, that's fair. That is fair. My parents don't like me going to places by myself. I went out to go meet some of my friends like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, maybe it was 3. I don't know. 2 years ago. And my mom went with me. And I was like, Mom, I'm 18. And she's like, I don't care. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what to say about that. Parents don't ever stop being parents, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes you gotta know when to put your foot down and say, no, you're not going with me this time. That has happened before with me. And I mean, last time, one of the other times I met my friends, which was a year ago, my mom was in the same town, but she was not anywhere near me. She actually fell asleep before I even got back when that happened. She didn't even know I made it back until she woke up in the middle of the night and saw me in the room. Freelancing is hit or miss. Dude, I nailed a thumbnail gig at VidCon. Heck yeah, man, let's go. W. It is really possible. It's just a process that takes time. You'll probably get known after a while. There's a chance. The problem is a lot of people that do freelancing are in countries where you can live off of like $100 a month, no problem. So they can actually charge like $5 a thumbnail legitimately and make a living off of that. When you live in the United States, freelancing is a lot harder because you actually need to get paid more for every ounce of work you do. But that just means you have to guarantee it's going to be higher quality. But after a certain point in time, I can't promise that I'm better than the guy in the Philippines, you know? Now, that's not to say Filipino people are broke, but comparatively speaking, the cost of living and the price of the US dollar there, the US dollar is worth so much more in the Philippines than it is here in the US. And, you know, they can actually live off of that kind of wage. For me, it would be like, I have to make $100 a month even just to pay my bills. To actually live would be, you know, I'd really like to make a lot more than that. Like, I'm not against full-time work. I'd love to just have some sort of stable income. But nothing I do seems to work out, so can't even get an interview, which sucks. It sucks, because I know what I'm doing. I just don't have the piece of paper that tells all the people I know what I'm doing, because I'm self-taught. And so they don't like taking chances on those people because they don't know that they're actually committed to stuff. School just sucks. I can't focus. I can't do it. I'm not stupid. I'm just not. I'm not good at school. Doing school is an actual skill, which sucks. I don't understand why we have this skill known as school, because it's all about listening to other people when I'm better at teaching myself. So, like, let me learn how I'm going to learn people. Well, okay, whatever, you know. I digress. There's a whole lot of pent-up anger towards the school system, if you guys couldn't tell. What are you doing? I'm currently running in circles. What are you doing? Let's see. Freelancing is hit or miss. I do decent with it, but I know people who have tried and failed. It's kind of like, it might work, it might not, but it never really hurts to try just for a bit. Yeah, I mean, for most people it wouldn't hurt to try, and for me it probably wouldn't. But with everything else I've got going on, it's hard for me to justify the time it takes to get in and try to do freelancing, and then spend all that time when I could have been doing something else that will make at least like 25 cents, you know? If I stream 1 hour on Twitch, that's 5 cents or whatever. I don't know the exact breakdown. You guys want to find out how much per hour I make on Twitch? In terms of just ad revenue alone. So I streamed 52 hours and 13 minutes. So let me just 52 times 60 plus 13. Okay, so that's 3,133 minutes. Divide that by 60, so that's 52.216 and so on hours. We're gonna divide that. Hang on. Can I copy that number? I can. There we go. Okay. So I made $10.63 off of ads last month. So I make about 20 cents per hour streamed on Twitch just from ads. That's not bad. You know, I could make a guaranteed 20 cents for every hour of streaming I do, or I could make possibly $0 or possibly $5, which $5 is like infinitely more than 20 cents. Also, just so you guys know, my power might go out. I have no clue if it'll come back on. If it goes out and I don't come back within like 5 minutes, just assume I'm not coming back. I want to, but I don't know if it will come back. So just throwing that out there. Do you play Mobs SMP? No, I don't. Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? Welcome on in. But you know, I've been wanting to do game development for the longest time, and honestly, I think that might be one of the best opportunities I have. Omnia could make so much money, especially if I opened it up to crowdfunding. But I don't know realistically if I can do that. I might sit down and run the numbers and see if I can actually, oh boy. I might look and run the numbers and see if I could do a Kickstarter or something for Omnia, but I seriously doubt it'll work. Omnia just doesn't, it's not in the point where I think people will throw money at it so that I can just develop it full time. So I don't know what to do. Now, if I like quit YouTube and Twitch and then just full-time developed Omnia, I could probably have it in a feasible state where people could look at it and appreciate it and say, you know what, you're actually onto something, let me throw you $100 really quick at this and you can keep developing it. I could probably have that ready in like 3 months. Not the full game, but a basic demo that people would throw money at. But that's not my dream. My dream isn't to be a game developer. My dream game is Omnia. After that's done, I don't think I'm gonna make any more games. I want to do YouTube and Twitch. That's like the fun things I enjoy. The burden of doing it full time would be crazy, but I enjoy it enough that I'd be willing to stomach it. I have some trash advice. I welcome the trash advice. Lisa is my grandma. I'm her grandson. Well, hello, grandson of Lisa. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I apologize if you can. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm back now. Welcome back, Panda. Hope you're doing well. It's so loud. Oh my goodness. I don't... Seriously, guys, if I lose power, I might not come back. It's only if it's out for like longer than 5 minutes. But there's like a very good chance it goes out. Just listening to the outdoors right now, I think, oh boy. I'm Warren. Nice to meet you, Warren. Hope you're doing well. Oh. That explains the rain. I'm not gonna tell you guys just how bad the rain is, but theoretically, it's not as bad as it gets, but it's pretty darn close. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, how old are you? I am currently 20 years old. In a week, I will be 21. I'm an old man. I need to figure out if I'm doing anything for my birthday this year. I've been thinking about doing a birthday stream and then giving you guys a discount on gifted subs because Twitch gave us the ability to give sub discounts. So I've been kind of thinking about like, I've been really thinking about doing, what do you call it? I've been thinking about doing something special. I don't even really know what to call it yet, but something special for my birthday, and then, I wanna open up discounts for the gifted subs, and maybe we'll do like a mini subathon, a capped subathon. So maybe something like 4-hour base stream with a upwards limit of 12 hours. I don't know. I'm hesitant to say that because we're already close to a 12-hour stream. I don't know if I want to do 2 12-hour streams that close to each other, but I'd be willing to for my birthday. And it would buy me a little extra time if people did give subs. Not that I hate doing that stuff because it feels like I'm just begging for money. And I don't like begging for money. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. You're at least getting a reward out of it, so it's something. King, don't die. I'm not gonna intend to die, but like, I can't exactly stop it if it's due to natural causes, okay? I'm 11 years old and I'm a pro at Minecraft. Nice. Congrats. Minecraft is fun. I've been playing Minecraft for... Guys, it's going. I'm about to lose it. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it's a... Yeah. Anyway. I'm gonna try to read chat really quick. Oh boy. What was I saying? I don't remember. Anyway. Let's see. Your birthday just happens to fall into the exact dates of the Steam Summer Sale? Yes, it does. It does. When is your birthday? July 7th, 2004. Let's see. I have some trash advice. Don't worry, I can't hear you because of my baby brother, not the audio. Let's go. My advice would be to stop making excuses and just do it. Most people fail in their dreams because they don't try hard enough, not because they tried too hard and overcommitted. If you want to do Twitch and YouTube, lock in, make more content, try harder, keep pushing. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. It's just like, I hate using the excuse it's easier said than done because, like, obviously, everything is easier said than done. But, oh my gosh. It's easier to say than done, of course, but like, I'm this close. I'm this close to having it all. And then like every time I'm about to reach for it, it's like the door's shut right in my face. Fingers are stuck between the door and the door frame. Like, I can't count the amount of times I've had the door slammed on me. It sucks. And like, yeah, obviously keep trying, because like, you just gotta keep going for more opportunities, because opportunities are what gives you success in YouTube. So you keep chasing those. But it's like, it's maddening when you're stuck. Like, as much as I want this to work, realistically, I have to sit here, and I have to, in order to realistically make this all work, right? I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the exact numbers. You guys can find this out. It's pretty easy. So we're gonna go over here. We'll go to earn. Okay. So first level of monetization on YouTube. Seriously, guys, if the power goes out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is a nasty, nasty storm. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk a little louder as the thunder rolls. I need about 300 more hours of watch time. Easy. Simple. I can get that for first level monetization, but you know, that's like what? Super chats, memberships, shopping links. That's not gonna make you hardly anything. It's something, but it's not everything. The ad revenue is actually what you really want, especially with what I'm doing. And I've calculated up the numbers with the average RPM that you get within MySpace, which is like $2.50 per 1,000 views. I would scrape by with what I'm currently getting, and the hope would be that you'd continue to grow your viewership instead of plateauing. So, you know, I'd have to get 1,300 hours of watch time from this day forward Simple enough, right? Easy. Simple. Problem. Every time I'm so close to this, every time, life gets in the way, which answers a little bit of your question here, Panda. Does the door shut mean that something actually happens to stop you, or are you stopping yourself? Quite literally, right now, it is things stopping me. Trips that I just can't get around that I have to deal with, or family emergencies, or outside factors that really shouldn't bother me that much, but they do, and I can't do anything about it except just put on my brave face. Fun stuff, but you know, I am at a very, very strong impasse where I have so many cool things that I want to work on, but not enough time in the day to work on it because I can't seem to sit down and just work on it. And like Gus said, you know, that's just excuses, and like I realize that, but it doesn't fix it. Because to just say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do it, doesn't work. It's like there's like this invisible wall. And that invisible wall is an excuse called ADHD, but it is an excuse. It's also something that's very real. And no matter how badly I want to go through that wall, I can't get through it. And it sucks. It just sucks. You know, and everybody wants to say, well, maybe you're just burnt out. And it's like, that's not it. I can tell you that's not it because I've been burnt out before. I just had a week-long break. It didn't do anything to fix it. I thought it might because I was like, maybe they're right. Maybe I am burnt out. No, I've had a full week where I've been able to do literally nothing content-wise, literally nothing game development-wise. And, no. Still couldn't do anything today. Needless to say, I'm angry at myself because I can't do anything about it, but, self-anger doesn't really... self-appointed, self-directed. I don't know what the term is here, but anger pointed at yourself does not fix the issue. It only exacerbates the issue, which, you know, is a never-ending loop, which is very, very hard to break. You know, I've tried everything. I've tried the Pomodoro technique where you're like, oh yeah, 20 minutes on and then 5 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off, and then you take a long break. And like that works for like a very short period of time before I realize what I'm doing. And I hate routines. I hate it so much. I can't do them. It's maddening to have a routine. And so I just don't know what to do with myself anymore. It is a mess. It is a mess and a half, and there's like no fixing it. And you know, I can't pretend I have all the answers because I don't. But about the only answer I do have right now is I'm working on it. And that's like an answer I have for everything. Oh, where's the Q&A video, King? Oh, I'm working on it. Where's the day in the life video, King? Oh, I'm working on it. What about this? Yeah, I'm still working on it. Wait, Apple Skin is a mod, but not a resource pack? Yes. Yes, it is. How long have you played this world? I've been playing on it for 2.5 years. I play Nintendo, but I have to sign in my account, but I don't have one. Get unstuck, get a bottle of lubricant, and use it on yourself to get unstuck. That's a phrase and a half. You need to do like a 2-hour stream that's just a Q&A. That would be nice. That would be really nice. I think that's how he wants to make money on Twitch. Hello, Vanish. Or Vanch, sorry. Hello, Nizar. How are you doing? True, I very much understand that. My best advice is for making it past the ADHD stress and procrastination wall is by trying to shift your perspective, try to create that feeling on passion in your body and label it on the working. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let me read that again. Very much understand that. My best advice for making it past that ADHD stress and procrastination wall is by trying to shift your perspective. Try to recreate that feeling on passion in your body and label unworking. See, like, that's the weird thing about it. I'm passionate about it all. I love it all. I love this all. But it doesn't overcome the sit there and think about it. The sit there and think about it thing that just happens. My brain would much rather sit here and just think about doing the things than actually do them. I have plans. I have so many plans to do all these great things, and I know exactly what I want to do. Some of it I don't know how to do, which is part of the issue. Because that's usually what my brain is like, oh, I want to focus on this, so let's work on Blender and try to make lightning bolts, because why not? Why not do that? When in reality, it's like, I really should be working on videos right now. Like, I want to so badly to just turn that passion around and use it, but it wants to sit there and do nothing. And I'm stuck. It sucks. It sucks. And, like, I know nobody is doubting that it sucks, but I feel like I have to just clarify it. It sucks. Hello, man, this looks good. How's your day going? Thank you, I appreciate it. My day's going well. How about you? It doesn't sound like my day's going well. I promise you it is. It's just I hate that I can't do things. I need to go to the doctor and just get it all taken care of, in all honesty, but I really hate doctors. I'm just gonna take a quick look outside and make sure that everything is okay. Give me like 1 second. Like 1 quick second. Yeah. It's all still out there, kind of. Can you show me the chords? Boop. You can't see it though, because you're on YouTube, aren't you? Negative 600, 250. Hello, Johnny. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Really hate doctors. I hate doctors, dude. They are some of the most invalidating people ever. They're some of the most invalidating people. I went to a cardiologist, and instead of actually fixing the issue or helping me figure out what the issue was, they ruled out all the really bad opportunities that it could have been, and then just said maybe it's just anxiety, and suggested that I try to breathe. And it was like, that's the most unhelpful thing in the world, because I already knew that was a possibility. I already tried those things, but they just like completely and totally ignored the actual issue. Now, a year later, I am still experiencing those same exact symptoms. I was actually supposed to go back to the cardiologist to have all that tested again, but he kept pushing my appointment back and kept rescheduling, and it's like, okay, once or twice I get it, but after the third time I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna keep trying to work my schedule around you when you keep changing your schedule, so like, screw you, I'm done. Now that's just cardiologists, but they left a bad taste in my mouth after that. And then like normal doctors, they just want your blood, like over and over again. I can't count the amount of times I've been like having blood draws. And it's like, all I did was get medication for my thyroid. Like, I'm sorry, but why do you need to test my blood this often? I don't hate getting blood drawn. Like, I don't mind. I'm a psycho. I sit there and watch them take it. Like, it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't scare me. But it just bugs me. all this testing and so little results when I can Google it and figure out all of this stuff, and I bring it to them before they even have a suspicion on what's going on. Like right now, I'm like 99% sure I still have heart issues. I don't know which ones because I don't have the ability to test the things that I need to test, but they won't test it because they don't, they just, I have to have the insurance sign off on it. My bones are really bad right now. I get really bad aches in my shins, which is like a whole set of issues in and of itself, but that paired with joint issues kind of is concerning. And my doctor has pretty well ignored that and said it's probably overuse, but hasn't dealt with the actual issue. You know, it's like, okay, if it's overuse, just rest. It's like, well, that's a great idea, except I don't use my body like at all. I sit here and I work on stuff, or I try to at least, for most of the day. I'm not walking 17 miles every day, I promise. But you know, they don't do things. Doctors are awful people. I know that's a generalization, and I'm not discouraging you guys from going to see doctors, but I've had my fill of them. They drag their feet on everything. Let's see. What does that emotion feel like? Is it something in the stomach or something in the chest? What is it? Like, what was that in reference to? Like, the inability to do things? It doesn't, like, manifest in a spot. It's just, like... I don't even know how to explain it. So... It's like... Okay. So I'm on this side of the wall. And let's say there's like a whole box. So the only way is through the wall. Let's make it even easier, because that's the truth. It is even easier. There's a doorway here. Okay? And the only way is through it. You can't go around, but you have to go through it. Looks pretty simple, right? Well, in my brain, it's not that. In my brain, it's this. I can't get through. I can't walk through. I just can't. Even though I know it's this. I can get really close to the line, and I can like, oh, if I could just go a little step further, I'd be through it. But I can't. I just can't get myself to do it. It's like... It's awful. It's awful. There's this invisible wall where the passion wants to go through, but something stops it, and I don't know what. Breathe air. I know. I want to breathe air. I don't know what the doctors are thinking and saying just breathe air. I mean, like, it's not like I do that on my own, but like I knew what they meant, obviously, like do deep breathing, and I've tried that. I mean, I've had actual anxiety and panic attacks. Like, I'm well aware of what those feel like, and yet without fail, I mean, I've had it on stream. I've shown you guys what it's like on stream because I know how to deal with them. But what I've got in here in my chest is not the same thing as a panic attack. But there's no way to tell the doctors that when they have this God complex going on, thinking they're the only ones that know how the heart works. You know, like, I may have only graduated high school, but I've done a lot of self-education on this subject because it matters to me. And so I've learned a lot about the medical system, and it's so inefficient because they can't help you without going through all these tests, even though we already know it's not this or that. You know, they can verify that I do feel premature heartbeats, and those are actually premature heartbeats. They can verify that that isn't concerning, but they can't tell me why it happens. And, like, I don't need to necessarily know why, but that shouldn't hurt. But it hurts, and they couldn't tell me why it hurts. They just said it's not life-threatening because it hasn't killed you yet. So, it's like, that's reassuring. Thank you, doctor. Or, you know, why my heart rate jumps up to, like, 180 for no reason, and then drops back down to 40. Which I believe is POTS, probably. Some variation of it, which is where your blood pressure drops when you stand, or it raises when you stand. It's a blood pressure imbalance from due to a postural change, whether that be sitting up, standing up, laying down, things like that. I've done my fair amount of research on this stuff. I could probably walk in there and tell them what's going on and why I believe that, but because of the way insurance has to work with this, it means that we have to go the long way around, and it's a whole load of dumb garbage. You guys couldn't tell, I'm very angry. I'm very angry with the way the medical system is. I mean, I'm glad I don't live in a country where I have to wait, like, months and months and months for an appointment, and I still pay the same amount that they pay because taxes. They pay a lot in taxes to have their free medical care. I pay the same amount that I would have paid in taxes, but into insurance, and I get better treatment than what those other countries do. So, like, I'll take this over the other alternative, but doctors are just idiots. They're idiots in cloaks. They think they know better, but they don't. And nobody can convince me otherwise, because my doctor, I would name drop him right now, but he's an idiot. Not my general doctor. My general doctor's great. She's cool. It's just she takes all my blood and then doesn't run it for the things I request. Oh well. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. You guys don't need to hear all this. What do you do, and what do you want to do in this world? I build, and I want to build in this world, but right now I run in circles. Do you have the sort of general doctor? Cardiologists are for the heart. They aren't specialized for what's happening to you. Well, like, they were specialized in the moment for what I was having. They just weren't helpful at all. I do have a general care doctor, yeah, a primary care physician, and she's great, but she's very hyper-focused. And so she takes care of one issue at a time when I really need to take care of, like, all the issues at once, because some of them are tied together, but most of them aren't. And so it's just all stacking up on itself, and, like, I'm stuck. I'm just stuck waiting pretty much all the time. And beyond that, it's one of those cases where it's like, oh, how do I even approach this conversation? When it comes to mental issues, there's not a lot they can do, testing-wise. So if it is, let's say it's ADHD, she's a very observation-based doctor, you know. She wants physical tests done for everything so that she can rule things out. There is no ruling things out with this, which is like... It is a never-ending... It is a never-ending battle of just what about this? What about that? What about this? And it's like, I don't want to have to chase down all of this. And she's a great person. And she'll just refer me to a psychologist? Psychiatrist? Psychiatrist, yes. She'd just send me off to one of them. Which is fine. It's just like, that's another doctor that I have to go to. And then probably get dismissed by. It sucks. There's just no way around that, but I hate specialists because they are some of the most busy doctors, and therefore they don't have time to actually care for their patients. They have to move on one by one, which means you're not actually getting the specialized care you need. You're just getting in the door, you're given whatever drugs or whatever prescription they want to give you, and then they kick you out. And it's like, that's not how we should be taking care of this. But, you know, whatever. Who am I to say how the medical system should be? I'm just a high school graduate. What would I know? I'm very clearly, I've got some issues. Anyway, here's your dad pie. Yeah, you brought it up with the doctor. What if overuse also means mentally? I mean, like, sure, but not the bone issues or the joint issues. Like, that wouldn't be from mental issues. This whole, like, not being able to do things. I mean, like, it could be from overuse, sure, but, like, I just got back from vacation. I didn't do anything for a full week. And I still can't do anything. Like, I wouldn't expect it all to just get better immediately, but if it was like burnout or something, then I would at least be able to do something. Because I mean, I've done burnout before. United States of America, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'd love to be here and talk about this, but I gotta go take care of my baby brother. All right, no worries, Panda. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Go take care of your brother. Thanks for hanging out, though. How have you built this? It looks so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of hard work and dedication. I build a lot. I also run around in circles and talk a lot. Hello, Naomi. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I personally have had good experiences with most of my doctors, and we both have 2 different medical systems anyway. Yeah, I mean, I've only had, well, no, that's not entirely true. I've had a couple of doctors. But I've had a cardiologist. Not good experience. Spent a whole month thinking that they were finally going to give me answers, and then walked out of it more confused because they just kind of dumped me on the streets after it and said, you're not dying, so that's good enough. Instead of saying, let's run some more tests, let's find out what's actually happening. Because, like, I don't care that it's not life-threatening. I just care that it's happening. Like, why is my heart doing what it's doing? Because ideally, you know, I would like to fix it. It's not gonna kill me, sure, but it would definitely be nice to have my issues working. Or not my issues working, I'm sorry. It would be nice for my body to work. But they don't care per se. So, you know, it's just cardiologists are useless. Every person I've talked to, unless they have a serious issue, they've pretty much all verified cardiologists suck. Good for nothing. But my primary care physician, she's great. She does a good job. She got me She didn't even refer me to a specialist for my thyroid medication. She just prescribed it to me, which was great. She also sent me to get an ultrasound done for my thyroid. And Jeremy, he was great. He did a great job making sure that my thyroid didn't have any cancerous lumps on it, because that was just one minor thing that was of concern. And no, I didn't have any, so we were set. But again, 2 out of 3 is not great, especially when the specialists are the issue. They all think they know what they're talking about, but they may know what they're talking about, but the problem is they're withholding information. That's my issue with them, really. It's not the fact that they are... It's not that they are idiots, per se, but it's more so that they are... They have the opportunity to help me, and they don't. That's the issue. Hello, Venetian government. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Do you love Turkey? We love you. I love all the countries. Every last one of them. Hello, Naomi. Hope you're doing well. DIY at home heart surgery. I like the way you think. I don't know, I don't know really what's going on with the heart. Like I said, I think it's probably POTS, because it makes the most sense. Due to the fact that I stood up, like, a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't stand all the way up, because I felt all this heaviness in my chest and a rush of heat where the blood was pooling, and I just had to stand there and deal with it until it finally moved away. But it felt like I was dying. Like, it was awful. But no, there's nothing wrong with me, because I don't know, the doctor said so. I don't know. All I know is that's not normal, but they act like I'm making it up, so you know, I'm rightfully angry with these people, I think. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, what? Pie King, you're pregnant? You're getting an ultrasound? I mean, I did have one, yeah. It was, that was a time. That was a time and a half. I had 2, actually. I had one done on my heart and one on my, my thyroid. Fun fact, both of them looked somewhat normal. I say somewhat because they didn't look perfectly normal, but they looked normal enough, so they just kind of called it done. Have you watched Squid Game Season 3? No, I actually haven't even watched Squid Game Season 1. I watched, like, the first 2 episodes, I think, and then I never watched the rest. Let's see. Hello, fan. Hope you're doing well. Can you play D2S9? I use shulkers with things. No, I don't usually play any other servers. Not right now. But maybe in the future. I am kind of thinking about doing a game, or not a game, sorry, brain is broken. I'm thinking about, for my birthday, maybe doing a stream where we do like some MCC island or Hypixel, but I don't know yet. Because it's been a while since we've done either of those. And I've been saying I wanted to do it for a while, but I haven't. It would be kind of nice. But we'll see. I don't know if I can promise anything just yet. Let's see. I need to do something, but I really don't feel like it. Well, like, okay, no, I do feel like it. Part of the issue that I have is the lingo I use, because earlier Panda asked something. I want to go ahead and say what it is. He wanted to know specifically about the passionate emotion for me, like where I feel it and what it feels like. So like I am very passionate about this build. I've been doing it for so many years, so like obviously I'm pretty passionate about it, you know? And I want to work on it more than anything else. And I feel that with all of my heart and my mind, my strength. Like, this is something I need to do. It feels right. But as you can tell, for the last hour and a half, I have not placed even one block. And it's not because I don't want to do this. It's because it physically feels painful to try and start. And I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's like my brain says... It's like my brain is flashing this sign, okay? And that sign says danger, danger. And it's a red flashing light. And to just blatantly ignore that is hard. It's very distracting. And it's hard to live with that. But that's kind of what it's like to do this all the time. I want to make videos, I want to do streams, I want to build, I want to work on my video game, I want to do these things. But for me to do these things, I need to be able to focus. And I need to be able to... to have... I need to be able to pass this feeling that I am stuck with, but I don't know how. It's a mess. It's such a mess. And I don't know how to explain it well enough beyond that. This is where it gets into the territory of like, okay, medical professionals and stuff would be like great to have because they'd be able to kind of help me a little bit here, but they're so not it. And so I am at a never-ending... I'm at a never-ending... I'm at a never-ending cycle where I just have to work with what I can at that moment and then run with it. Can you raid my stream? Maybe when I'm done, but I'm still in the middle of streaming. Also, Pi, you said something. 1.21.6 win. Soon, hopefully. I really want to have 1.21.6. We're actually going to be skipping 1.21.6 and going to 1.21.7. There was a hotfix release today, which had some bugs that were fixed. There was also a new painting and a new music disc added, so we'll be hopefully we'll be updating to that by the end of this week. But it all depends on a lot of factors. Right now, I'm still trying to figure out if I can even use my current server host still, because they have charged me for my upgrade, and they haven't actually given me my upgrade. So I am still kind of waiting for them to upgrade my server, and they've just sat there and done nothing, and I'm kind of upset about that, because I should by all means have my server upgrade, and they just haven't sent it to me yet. So I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Murphy's Law, but it's like everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that's kind of what it's been like for the last while. I don't know how to explain that in more depth, but it's been like, oh, well, this seems to be going right. Yeah, but actually it's not going to go right anymore, because you're getting too comfortable with it going right. So then it feels like the floor gets ripped out from underneath you again. That's what it's been like the last couple of months. And like, that's just part of living. And, you know, ultimately, that's all just excuses, but it's like, it makes it hard to actually sit down and do the things you want to do, because all that's in your head is the things that you can't do. King, you're being concerningly depressing right now. Be less depressing. I mean, I'm not, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, unfortunately, life is like lifing really, really, really hard. And there's no way around that. And it's not like it's all bad things. Like, let me be clear. I have plenty of good things happening in my life. There's things I don't talk about. Plenty of good things, especially. But there's a lot of bad things I also don't talk about. And unfortunately, you know, that's how life is for everybody. You know, no amount of running will ever save you from having bad things happen in your life. That is just a part of life, is the bad things. But it doesn't make it suck any less, especially when it starts pouring down. It pours rain, and that's just how it goes. But the good news is it doesn't rain forever. So you just gotta keep holding out for the sunshine for a little bit longer. And maybe it's always just a little bit longer. maybe that's a foolish hope to hold, but it is an accurate hope to have, at least, I think. Do I have, like, flint and steel or anything? I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna toss them out in the corner then. How come you have so many pickaxes? I don't know. These aren't actually mine. This was somebody else's. And then I stole it because they don't play anymore. And so I went ahead and upgraded the area since it was pretty close to my base already. So I figured I'd go ahead and clean up the tools and all that. Let's see. You know what, you need a wife? Yeah. That would be nice. That would be really, really nice. I was thinking about it, last night, early this morning, I don't remember, one of those two. But the amount of opportunities that pass you that you don't even realize is insane, until it's way too late. Which isn't something you should dwell on too long, but it's something you can acknowledge because it's important to acknowledge the fact that, you know, there are opportunities that you miss and that we should always keep an eye on our opportunities. But one of those was like, I was sat there and I thought about it and I was like, man, had things just worked a little bit differently, I probably would have had a wife and probably a kid on the way by now. But I wouldn't have all these other great things that I also have. So it's like I wouldn't trade that because that person just wasn't right for me. But you know, the question came up in my mind, like, how close have I been to actually having a wife? And the amount of times is actually absurdly high. It's absurdly high. Because had I stayed in one place, I would have had one there. That was just about a timing thing. Had I been in the other place, up until my adulthood, I probably would have had one there. And then, if things had worked out a little differently timing-wise, I'd probably have one in, like, I don't know when. But, you know, there's so many things about timing and about how long you stay in locations and how long you keep testing the waters. And the realization that I found is the amount of times I've almost had a wife, or could have had a wife, is astounding. It is astounding. Show me your base? Okay, bet. Let's see. Trevor, hello. Welcome on in. You're 10 away from 1,100. What the heck? It's insane. Statistically, you've probably seen the person you're gonna marry. I hope not. King, you're 20. That means you would have got married at like 17. Not necessarily. Some people don't wait that long to have a kid. I think you should wait a little bit, like a year or a year and a half. But I got to know people a lot when I was a kid. One area I lived in for 5 years. Had a really great friend there. That was the first 5 years of my life, and she still lives in that area. She is still very much single. She is not the same person that she was back then, but neither was I. But had we both grown up in that same area, there's a chance something could have happened there. beyond that, I lived in another area for 8 years. The mat was practically rolled out for me. I didn't take it because I didn't think it would last. But what is it? What was I saying? I'm sorry, hang on. Brain just died. But she is married. And she doesn't have a kid on the way yet, but it's only a matter of time. It's people my age are very much getting married and having kids already, that's amazing. That's awesome. Here's the truth, guys. Have kids as early as possible, because you don't want to be old when your kids are growing up. You want to be able to get down on the ground and play with their toys with them, and you want to be able to keep up with them when you're going on walks and runs and bikes, and there's a lot of benefits to having kids while you're young instead of waiting till you're much older. Plus, if you decide that you want to have more than, like, let's say 2, there's a lot more time to also have kids, because biologically speaking, there is basically a time limit. There is a time limit on how many kids you can have. So, you know, waiting until you're in your 30s to have kids is just not a good idea. I don't know. It was made in like 1.8 mil. /seed. The thing is, it's not gonna show you the proper terrain. Generation from 1.18 to now is wildly different. Did you build all this? Yes, I did, Esteban. Let's see. You could reach out to these people. You could. Well, yeah, I don't reach out to them, but the reason why is because A, they probably don't remember me, and B, knowing now what they are, or who they are more so, is not good. It would not be a recipe for success. If we had grown up in the same area and stayed friends, we would have been fine. But we, you know, culturally speaking, I've lived in a lot of different areas that have slowly shaped who I am. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, Esteban. Give it up, man. You have talent. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've been building all this. King, that sounded wrong. She doesn't have a kid yet, but it's only a matter of time. I just know her family, and they don't, historically speaking, they were not the kind of people to wait very long. It's all I'm saying, okay? That's all I'm saying. In fact, her sister, who got married like a couple months after her, has a kid on the way. So, like I said, it's only a matter of time. Oh no, I'm on my way to have a kid right now. Thanks for the advice. Joking. Yeah, don't wait until it's like actually there's like this golden spot. It's between the age of like probably 20 to 30, I would say, is like the golden years to have kids. Like, you could have kids after that, but it starts to get kind of iffy. But you don't really want to have them before that either, because you're still maturing. It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing, because like, I know I've still got a long way to go, but at the same time, I've known I've wanted to have kids for like Oh, how long has it been? I've known for like... How long has it been? 20 years! It's been a long time. I mean, pretty much since I was 12 years old, I knew. Which is like crazy for some people, but like to me, like I've always known. I've just always known. Let's see. Call me Taskin. Not Esteban, because, yeah, it's my name and I'm French. Okay. Gotcha. Taskin. If I stay with that one girl from last year, I had a map laid out where I could go to a great college on a band scholarship, marry her, have a kid or two, get a great job, but that wasn't the life I wanted, and I knew that. Yeah, and that's one thing you need to know. I mean, you know, I've been told I don't have Riz for a number of years, but it's not that I don't have Riz, it's that I don't use it at inappropriate times. Like you said, you know what you want, you know what you don't want. And for you to get in this relationship just so that you can be in one would be like... It would be the wrong thing. You know, that's precisely why I haven't gotten back in contact with some people. Is because I know it wouldn't work. And they're not who I need, and I'm not who they need. And so it doesn't make sense. You know, there's a lot that goes into relationships, more than just like, more than just logic. There's a lot of logic that goes into it. It needs to make some amount of logistical sense. But, it also needs to make sense emotionally. And that's where it gets really complicated. What was the context for this conversation? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm only going in the middle. The context for this conversation is, froze. Okay. Are we good now? Are we okay? Maybe? Okay, Minecraft just crashed. I think. Maybe not. Okay. Huh. Give me a second. Everything's so broken right now. Oh my goodness. Uh... Okay, there it goes. There goes Minecraft. Okay, let me quickly fix my audio as well, because I can see that's... Nope. Maybe? Okay, there we go. Alright, hopefully that fixed that. Let's reload my mod pack here. That's not the right one, hang on. There we go. Okay. The context to this conversation was, I don't remember. We were just talking about, having kids and having a future and all that cool stuff. You know, it's something that you desperately want, or not you necessarily, but me. Something I desperately want, but the realization of how close it's been and I still haven't had it is, you know, it's not in my timing. That's the thing. You can't rush this kind of stuff. But it does, it doesn't make it any easier. What do you think about this generation? Just an opinion. By this generation, are you talking Gen Alpha or Gen Z? Or Gen Beta? Truth is, I don't know. They're not a broken generation, per se. But they are... They're in trouble. And it's not their own fault, necessarily. Part of it is their own fault. They pushed so hard for some things that they've gotten it, and now they realize they don't really want it. And that's been a problem. With social media being heavily influential in the developmental growth of our children especially, it's been concerning because we've seen the effects of that. It is slowly but surely going to kill us, you know, not literally, but it is shooting us in the foot. I mean, I'm worried what AI is gonna do to parents or parenting, because nothing scares me more than robots parenting our kids. And I know the vast majority of people aren't going to allow an AI to parent their kid, but that seems to be like a genuine concern. Because as it is right now, people just hand their kids an iPad and let them watch YouTube without supervising what they're watching. If any of you guys haven't seen Elsa Gate, you'll go check that out, and you'll kind of figure out some of the issues with that. There's a lot of issues that I have with parents not being parents, and it seems to only get worse as time goes on. And it's because we've made so many things easy, and because entertainment is so personalized these days, that instead of compromising and watching things as a family, we've just all said, you watch what you watch, I'll watch what I watch, and we don't have to interact with each other. When I was a kid, my family, we used to sit there around the TV, and we'd watch something together, and eventually the rule would just be like, I picked what we're watching, and you can deal with it or go do something on your own. And usually we would all just agree, yeah, let's just watch that. On Friday nights, we would watch WWE. If, after WWE, because we got banned from watching it after my arm was nearly out of its socket, long story, we started watching movies every Friday night. We would get pizza, and then we would buy some cream soda, and then we'd watch a movie. We'd go get it from Redbox. But that was something we did as a family. And it was always something that we could be sure was going to be fine for us to watch. It wasn't content that was going to be disturbing. It wasn't going to scar me as a child, because my parents made sure to actively be a part of that decision-making process. They were fully aware of what I was watching because they watched it with me. We don't have that, really, these days. I mean, my sister and brother-in-law, they do a great job at monitoring what my niece and nephew watch. And it's because they sit there and they watch it with their kids. And if they aren't actively watching it with their kids, the kids are rewatching things that they've already seen with their mom and dad. So that's definitely something I want to do. But if you're not monitoring your kids, then I fear for them, because the internet is a dark, dark, dark place. You know, even though my parents were super, super careful with what I saw and heard in general, after I finally was allowed on the internet without their supervision, which wasn't very long into my life, you know, by the time I was 8 years old, I had a computer that I was able to use. And by the time I was 12, I had my first tablet. Which they're getting them even earlier than that now. But once I had no I don't know how my computer's still on. My ceiling fan, like, straight up was off. Okay. I don't know how my computer's still on. Anyway, we're gonna keep talking. Anyway, I think I'm about to blow a transformer. Guys, I'm gonna be super honest. That was phase 1. I think there's 3 phases here, so I've got 2 more phases. If it goes again, just know bad things are about to happen. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So by the time I was on the internet without supervision, you know, I was 8 years old, and so that would have been, you know, 12 years ago. So it would have been like 2013. You know what was going on in 2013? That was when the Mexican cartel and ISIS and terror organizations in general were getting onto YouTube and posting their videos, which included brutal executions. Obviously, YouTube did their best to try to take these down in time, but that doesn't stop. That doesn't stop you from running into those things on occasion. Seeing those things at a young age has undoubtedly probably ruined me to some degree. Watching a human being get beheaded at the age of 8 years old is not... That's not good. I wish that was the worst thing I've ever seen on the internet. There's worse. There's so much worse, and you guys don't need me to tell you that. But it's true. I mean, you know, there's a lot of awful things on the internet, and I don't know how I'm going to approach that as a parent one day, where I have to monitor what they're doing, but I also want them to have their own freedom, because my best friends have been made on the internet, in all honesty. I'm going to encourage real life friends, because having online friends is still very lonely at times. But, you know, I want to allow them to make their online friends, and I want to allow them to watch who they want to watch and say what they want to say. But there's going to have to be a lot of rules. It can't be by the time they're 12 years old. They're not going to understand it because their friends all are going to be able to be on the internet without supervision. But quite honestly, up until they're 15 years old, I probably will monitor it. And does that suck? Yeah. But I know what the internet's done to me, and millions and probably billions of other people. So if it saves them from that, at least for a little bit longer, then okay, I'll be a bad dad for 15 years if I have to. You look like the voice actor Justin Briner. Let me look him up. Oh, I kind of do. What the heck? No, I look like a 33-year-old. No. Oh, no. I shaved today. I shaved today. I'm so glad I did, because that would have made it so much worse. Oh. I was pretty scruffy looking today, guys. I hadn't shaved in over a week, and so it was like all poofy. It was awful. Okay. Hello, Jorby. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing. I most likely wouldn't consider having kids, but I think I want to have two. I think being a parent is probably the most satisfying thing in the world, and I haven't even done it. But I totally get why people wouldn't want to raise kids in this world. But what if that's the exact thing the world needs, is another parent who's actually present in their kids' lives? What if what this world needs is those kids that you have? What if they fix it? Or are a part of the solution? One single person may not fix everything, but maybe they can contribute to it. And, you know, life sucks. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Life sucks. But it's also one of the most beautiful things you can ever experience. To experience love, joy, peace. You know, the keystone human emotions, really. And to be able to give that to someone else, that'd be pretty nice. That'd be really, really cool. Let's see. I'm gonna finish reading chat. I'm sorry, guys. Something is broken. Hang on. Video settings. Okay, let me try that. That's a little better. Okay. Let's see. Because if I don't have kids, I kill off my lineage, so I kind of don't want to do that. That's fair. So if I have two kids, if one of them... Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. TD? Thank you. So if I have two kids, if one of them don't want to have any kids, they don't have to, as long as the other one does. I'm going to raise my children with peak Super Mario 64. Nice. Oh my god, I saw that. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Bitrate destroyer OMG. It's tennis screen static effect again. Yeah, another bitrate crusher. King, when can your children date? I go back and forth on that, but you look young. Sorry for the realization. My bad. No, you're good, Jack. It's funny. I take it in good fun. I'll come back to that question in a second, Swiftu. Hey, I just randomly found your stream before I go to bed. I hope you're well and that you are healthy and that you reach the goals you have in mind. Good night to you from Germany. Good night, Sir Pooh Lord the Great. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I think you're going to be a good father? Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good heart? I try to. The last thing this world needs is another rotten apple. So, you know. I try to approach everything with a level of understanding, a level of level-headedness. My anger doesn't really ever come out until you mess with somebody I love, and then you better start running. You know, I'm not here to hurt people. I'm not here to make things worse on anyone else. I'm not here for myself even. I'm here to make everybody else's day just a little brighter if I can. And that's good enough for me. We missed it. You're at 1,100. I just missed it. No way. Are we actually? Oh boy, hang on. Where's that tab? Oh my gosh. I'm at 1,110 subscribers. What? What the heck? I don't get it. How it's happening? Yeah, it's doing a thing. Guys, we're at 1,110 subscribers. What the heck? I can't believe this. Yeah. Ow. Wow. No, you're getting potted. Are you sure? I don't think so, because I was at 1,080 at the beginning of stream, so gaining 20 subs isn't that big. I mean, it's big, but I mean, we've done more subs in one stream than before. Rose the kid from Polar Express. I'll take that one as a compliment. Thank you, Alex. I'm happy for you. Thank you very much, Blood. I appreciate it. DMs, but hang on. Give me a second. Boop. Boop. Reload. I mean, yesterday I was at 1,089. Today I'm at 1,110. If I go over to, what is that? That looks like, what is that? Social Blade. Subscribers. Live subscriber count. I don't think. I think that's just how often the API updates, if I'm honest. Cause I looked earlier, it was at whoa, hello. It was at 1,095 earlier. I was just kind of ignoring it. So that would have been, I don't know how many. My brain isn't working right now. Whoa. I'm viewing my live stats. Whoa. This is really cool. I don't look at this ever. I'm sorry, hang on. This is really, really cool stuff. Wow. Like, don't get me wrong, I do look at this after stream, but I've never looked at it while it was live. That's interesting. Okay, let me quickly go back to my live dashboard. Okay. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Okay. It doesn't show me how many people subscribe from this one stream. I know it's been decent. I'll check the stats tonight though, just to double check. I forgot to lock my door. My dad just walked in. Whoa, hello. That's not for today's stream, Zoe. But, you know. You do you. You do you. Or your boyfriend. Never mind. Wild statement there. The world's 1.21.7 now, nice. It accepts 1.21.7. It's not 1.21.7 itself. I still have to update the world. It should be updated probably by the end of the week, if I guess correct. The King, I know. YouTube is a fun place. The Roman Empire will rise again. I hope so. We had a lot of great achievements through the Roman Empire. Hello, boys. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. What were we talking about? Oh, right. Swiftu. You asked me when I would allow my kids to date. I'm going back and forth on that. My general rule without interference at all would probably be 16 and up. But there could be exceptions made before that if they can prove that they actually love the person they're talking about. Because if you can't tell me why you actually love that person other than just saying I love him or I love her, then I'm gonna save you both the heartache and make you wait until you can prove to me that you actually love them. Have an actual conversation with my kid. And then you're gonna tell me what you like about that person. You're gonna tell me everything about this person so that I know that they're not gonna hurt you, because so help me God, if somebody hurts my kid, I'm gonna hurt them back. I'm not afraid to go to jail. Not for my kids. So, you know, my kids would be able to date. After 16, they can choose whoever they want. I may not give them my approval all the time. I hope that they would be willing enough to seek my approval out before they just go out on it. But, before that, you know, then they have to talk to me about it. And, you know, I think that's totally fair. My parents weren't overly concerned about dating, at least not from what I remember. But we never really talked about it in my house, you know. They knew I was always interested in the future, but I never was interested in anybody presently at that time. And so that wasn't a conversation we had to have. And by the time my older brother had started dating, he was well over the age that they would have banned him from dating. So, you know, it wasn't that big of a concern. One of the other big reasons for before 16 that they need to talk to me about it is because I'm probably going to end up being the one to pay for a lot of their dates. I'm going to be the one to pay for a lot of their gifts. Because you can't really get a job before 16. You might be able to get one at 15. And that might be part of my rule is if you actually genuinely love this person, you're paying for it yourself, but you got to go get a job. Now if you're, 13, 14, 12 through 14, I wouldn't let my kid date before 12. I think that might be out of your mind kind of deal, in all honesty. But 12 through 14, sorry, you can't legally get a job in most places. So it'd be kind of like, I'll be a lot more allowing here and let you pick somebody and like them, great, and we'll talk about it, and then I'll give you a monthly allowance of what you can use to spend on dates and on gifts and such, because I think that's an important thing. I'll make sure to give you extra chores so that you can work for that allowance. It's not just going to be given to you just because you want it, I'm not one to give an allowance usually, but if it were for the sake of making sure my kid could go on a date, yeah, I'd probably allow them. I'd give them an allowance if they mow my lawn, if they do the dishes, do the laundry, do all the chores that nobody else wants to do, and take on extra chores beyond what they normally do, then yes, I'd probably be willing to do that. Can you give me your best choral, like Rick Grimes? Not really, my voice is dying right now, I'm sorry. Hello, Undersea Bard, welcome on in, hope you're doing well. You thought it's a joke, dude, because the first thing you do after that happens is go talk into a micro YouTube live stream chat. Wild. Yeah, that would be really crazy. Beyond that, we all know that Zoe doesn't have a boyfriend. That kind of behavior is too wild. She just wishes she did. And she's just gonna have to keep on wishing. Because I don't think anyone here is gonna be a taker, I'm sorry. Or am I? I might not be. I need to do something. And I really should do like the lights along the pathway. But it's really hard. Because right now I don't know if I can. I'm losing my voice so badly. I don't know how this happened. I've been talking a lot while I've been gone. It's just been really bad. Really, really bad lately. And, I didn't lose my voice yesterday or the day before. But today it's gone. Today it is leaving. Been a while since this has happened. I think the last time I lost my voice, actually. Been a while. Hello, Coral. Hello, how are you doing? Go drink some water or some tea. I have some water. Actually, I could probably drink some honey. I don't know my sub 1 second. It's all good, Coral. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Builder buddy, hello, Mixty. How's it going? I'm gonna drink some honey. My joints hurt. You guys can't see anything wrong with them, but in my knuckles, they're in pain. They're in so much pain. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll live. I'll live. I just gotta figure out how to open this package. Hello, Owen. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I say odd stuff when it's late. My bad. Oh, you're all good. You're chill. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a knife. Hello, Amir. Welcome on in. I just turned my volume up. Are you okay? I'm losing my voice. It's been a while since this has happened. Probably over a year. But yeah, I'm okay. This used to be a thing that happened like every stream. So it was only a matter of time for it to come back. I'm kind of hoping it sticks around a little bit this time. Because maybe I can get it checked out by a doctor. If I get it checked by a doctor, then I'll get all my other stuff checked out. I just have to have a big enough reason to go in order for me to actually get the other stuff checked. I'm gonna drink some honey. It's so peachful. It's very peachful. How's it going, Joe? Welcome on in. There's a little bit of honey in there. It'll make it less painful at least. Also, Coral, it doesn't say that you subscribed, but I know you did. Because I see the badge. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're amazing. Oh. Alright. Okay. We need to do something. Come on, do something, anything. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I am going to do something. I will. Okay, I will. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to fly over here. We're gonna get some cobblestone walls. I need to do this for a thumbnail, so I have to do something at minimum. And this is like a very minimum thing I can do. So we're gonna get a bunch of cobblestone walls. And need more cobblestone. There. Hello, Mr. Name X Bloody. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. How can I play with you? If you do !IP in the chat, it'll get you all the information you need. Let's see. What was middle school like for you personally? Because I started it in August, like I said earlier. Any tips for middle school? I was homeschooled, so I didn't get a middle school experience like everybody else. But, I can tell you during that time of life, things were changing, you know, beyond just physical changes in your body, but your mind. There's a lot of emotional instability there. You gotta remember that your friends are gonna be changing a lot too over that time. That's okay too, and things are hard. Things are gonna be hard in middle school. But it's gonna help you shape into the person that you're supposed to become. So, even though it's gonna suck at times, you're gonna just feel like doing nothing but crying. You got this. Trust me. You got this. middle school, you know, for me, like I said, I was homeschooled, so it wasn't hard. You know, there wasn't much of an experience there. But I just remember the person I was and the person I slowly was becoming because I did go through middle school. Alright, let's come down here. We're just gonna go around the other side as well. That honey really didn't do a lot for me. It did a little bit. It didn't do a lot. Which is okay. I didn't expect it to fix all my issues or anything. I just kind of hoped it would fix them a little bit. Not right there. On there. Okay. Okay. We're almost done with this. Sort of. I mean, I just gotta come back through and place all the lanterns, which is easy enough. Okay, there. I need more. Okay, cobblestone wall. There we go. Okay. There. There's no lighting on this build whatsoever. That's a little concerning. Okay. We can make this work still, though. focus there, apparently. Alright. I need a lot of lanterns, so I'm gonna come over here. And I should have lanterns in one of my boxes, but I don't know which one. So I'm just gonna kind of search around really quick for it if I can. Fly over to my villager trading hall and see if I can trade with some quick. Okay. That should hopefully be enough for now, anyway. Let's see. What does angst mean? I keep hearing it on YouTube. It depends on the context. It's usually a word to describe another word. It would be kind of like, would unrest be a good word to help describe it? So yeah. Let me sleep so that I don't die really quick. I'll pull up an actual definition for you. Angst would be a feeling of deep anxiety or dread, typically an unfocused one, about the human condition or state of the world in general. So one of the definition examples is adolescent angst. So young anxiety or fear or dread or something of that nature. A feeling of persistent worry about something trivial. My hair causes me angst. It is the feeling of anxiety, apprehension, or insecurity. It can also be used to describe someone who is feeling showing or expressing this type of anxiety or insecurity. It can also be used to describe teenagers, song lyrics, or other expressions of this feeling. Yeah, that's kind of what it means, I suppose. So think like emotional turmoil. That would be like the best way to describe it, I would say. Once I have this all lit up, then what I can do is I can remove all these frog lights, and we'll be able to actually kind of see what still needs to be lit up and how we're going to do it, which will be good. was just curious. Thank you, no problem. I'm glad I can help. I am glad I can help. Okay. Take that, that, and that. Okay. I gotta go eat dinner. Alright, sounds good, Jack. Enjoy dinner. I hope that you have a good meal, and I will catch you later. Okay, we're getting some pretty good lighting in here, really. Cam Drippy, I don't join other people's SMPs, I'm sorry, but that's just a safety thing to help protect my own internet security, as much as it is about my viewers' security as well. But I appreciate the offer. Let's see. I can't wait when the night comes. Yeah, I'm hoping that it'll look nice and we can actually get a proper overview of everything. Because right now it's... it is just gonna look however it's gonna look. Let's see. Whoa, nice. What texture pack? I'm actually not using a texture pack. I am using shaders though. This is Complementary Reimagined. I actually did a video about how to install these shaders. If you do ! shaders in the chat, it should give you a link to that video. This is looking pretty good. How has the progress on your base gone? It's been alright. It's had its ups and downs, that's for sure. I've done a whole lot of nothing today, but that's okay. Let's see, doop, boop. The tree is kind of dark though. It is, and it will have some lighting to it soon. I don't know how that's gonna look exactly yet, but I'm intending to hide some lighting in there. Oh, come on. Don't know if I have enough on me right now. I may have to go back and trade with the villagers some more. Boop. Boop. And boop. Okay. Some days will be like that. Not much progress. Looks good though. Just wanted to pop in for a bit. Alert. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have enough actually, I think. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just quickly looking around to see if there's any posts without a lamp on it right now. Ah. Is this server? Yes, this is a server. If you'd like to join it, you can join it at any time. It's called King SMP. It's a Java and Bedrock crossplay server. If you do !IP in the chat, it will get you all the information you need. Okay, we did that. Wow, did something. If you couldn't tell, I'm tired. Is this Eternos server? No, I don't use Eternos. I have my own server host that I pay for. Although I will be swapping to a new host at some point soon. The current host just doesn't do the job I need it to do, unfortunately. Okay. Can it be cracked? No. We don't allow cracked accounts on this server, I'm sorry. I think for now we'll call it here, which is the end of June. We got a lot done, actually, really. I was just about to ask you, seem a bit off. Hopefully you can get some good sleep. I'm pretty tired. I just got back from a week-long break. I just lost my voice as well. There's a lot. There's just a lot going on, but that's okay. You know, you take life however you can get it. So I believe starting June off, we were working on part of the tree. I'm not incorrect. Hang on. I can tell you, I just gotta find the right document. That would have been the King SMP goals. No. Okay. That was actually in May that we did the tree. But what we did do is we were working on the pathways, and so as you can see, there's plenty of pathway going around the village, and it's all lit up now as well. Of course, we got all these frog lights that we gotta remove and figure out how we're gonna light up things later. We began working on another tree here, which it's not done yet. It's nowhere near being done, but I'll be working on that off stream as I can. We also did 2 new hobbit houses over the month of June. And so right here we have Bilbo Baggins' house, which turned out pretty okay. And then just over here, I wanted to try my hand at something a little more angular, so we tried a diagonal hobbit house right here, and I think it turned out pretty okay as well. Of course, this is nowhere near being done, but this is the last we are working on this project, at least for the next month or so. Next month will be mostly focused around this river and trying to get it done. Whether or not it'll actually get done in July is a whole other issue, but it's such a big project that I thought it's probably about time we start tackling it, because it is messy and it could use a lot more love. And so I'm gonna try to go through and work on it at some point soon, hopefully. So we'll begin working that Monday. Friday. In the meantime, tomorrow we'll be on Twitch SMP. On Wednesday, if you're on the Twitch side, you'll be getting a Stardew stream. And then Thursday we'll be back to Twitch SMP. Friday, King SMP. And then if I have time on Saturday and Sunday, I might be doing some extra Stardew Valley content on Twitch, just until we finish Stardew Valley, and then we'll be getting rid of Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesday streams. So it'll be kind of like one fell swoop where everything gets removed all in one go. And then maybe we'll do some weekend streams on YouTube as well, but I can't promise anything necessarily. I do hope that that all works out, but I can't, I can't make my plans always work out like I'd like. We'll see. We'll find out. Also, how do you do the thing? It's pause on lost focus. F3. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. There we go. You were talking about getting rid of Wednesday streams for a bit. Finally came to fruition. Yes, it's so nice. I've been really looking forward to that for a while now. So I'm glad to finally see it getting close. Also, ads are just now starting at the worst time, and I feel so bad. Lady Pibberty is live. Surely we could go say hello to Lady Pibberty then. Twitch, we're gonna send you to Lady Pibberty. YouTube, we're just gonna wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much, all of y'all, for watching. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back, and I hope that you guys will be back tomorrow with me. I've got a lot of fun things coming up over the next couple of months, weeks, years, all that. Can't wait to show you guys some of that. But in the meantime, that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And goodbye. Where's my goodbye button? Where's my goodbye button? There it is. Goodbye. Bye-bye.